Hi everyone, it's Simple Filmmaking channel. My name is Farhad. I'm a filmmaker with 8 years of experience, and today I just wanted to show you some shots that I made in the music video made for the singer Ashik Tuk. And this music video is already online on YouTube, even though the music video was on the black and white, and I actually wanted to show you the colorful side. So I colored it myself. As you can see, this location has Asian vibes. I thought that would be great for warm, but for this actual scene, we used cool lights because it was working for her song. And that's why we used the cool lights. We used more harsh lights to get her out of touch. I used 3 lights. First one is working outside of the window, making this harsh light. And this was actually Emerald F22C, but without the grid and without any frost on itself. We wanted to get the look as harsh as it possible to get her uncomfortable. So that's why this was working pretty good. So I just want to repeat, this is F22C. We have a lot of dark spot in here. Even though there was a lot of practicals like this, and here, we had a dark spot in here. So that's what I did. Is actually, as you can see here, this is my fault. I know this because it was working on running S3. So that's why I thought that would be much better. Then I wouldn't be thinking a lot about the light, and I thought that would be great if the sparks will lit the light with this. So as you can see, here's the problem, and you can see the light is here. This is actually making a little bit of touch in here because it's working just fine to get as much as we could for her contour. This was pretty working well. And here the spot, I made the PT4C, as you can see here. It is actually working, PT4C. I used like 100% of the lighting because it's not so bright, but it actually working pretty good. So I thought that would be great, but I saw this harsh light after the shot. That's why there was a little bit of problem. Everything else was great. I basically was trying to convince the director to get this part and to hide the PT4C, and he said like, no, I actually want to bring it to more to wall, so this would work pretty great. And okay, I just said that, okay, make it something like this, and we tried it, we made it, and have some kind of errors. So everything else is absolutely great, and I love this. So the same location as you can see, but we made 2 things in here. We made the warm lights. We used more practicals. The practicals in there is absolutely great. As you can see, these red lights, neon signs is working absolutely great in here. And I thought that it would be great if we would use only 1 light, and I've got the F22C working through here to get as much as possible too close to this one. It was 27K to 2700K, and I thought, okay, I will make 2700 here. Use the frost, and this worked pretty good for this shot. The color of the red is made so much impact inside of this because as you can see, we never thought that would work absolutely great with the practical neon light, the practical red one. It made so impact because in our story, the hero was actually working as an ex-boyfriend. In the next shot, the same shot, we get her head out and put this guy out of the scene, and this scene worked with him and without him so closely. He was completely out of the scene, and it's worked pretty great. There's not a lot of things that I would say about this shot, but I actually like the composition in here. Now we have this shot, and we used 2 lights in here again. I used the PT4C for here, and I used the Emerald F22C working on them to get as much light as we could, but I made it so much softer, and I made only 10% to Amaranth here to get just a little bit of hair light, because of the spotlight was working as a practical was actually super harsh. So this t-shirt made a lot of reflection on her side and on him, and I used the PT4C maybe like for 70% to get this dark spot, because this spot was super dark in here, and I thought that would be great if his back will be working as much as it could to make as much as possible light. As you can see, we have the line in here of the lighting. This actually worked as I wanted to. So we've got this shot. We used my Blackmagic Pocket 4K, 8 to 15 millimeter, and this is what we got. Okay. So this shot was actually outside of the location where we were. So it was in outside. It was near the hotel, and it was making with the big crown. And I thought that would be great if she will take the microphone and will get the. Nobody was in there because it was like 3 or 4 a.m. at that time, and we thought that it would be absolutely great working. And I used the F22C with this grit and frost, and we've got 650 Kelvin, and used it in 40% to get her as close as it possible to the location itself, because I actually don't want it to get her hard and harsh lights and get her out of the location. And I thought it would be great if I would get her a little bit in the advance with the location, with the street, and it wouldn't be looking like it's working harsh light on her. Looked like she was naturally on the streets. As you can see, this is the same exterior. We're out of location, but we go through the street. I use in here F22C for the top light, and use it maybe like not under 100%, but on 60%. I used the PT4C down on the bottom because it was actually super hard contrasty picture, and that's why I used the PT4C to getting her out of the shadow. That worked. I used maybe like 10% or 15%ish. Because of this light, we actually got a little bit of information in her eyes, and this was actually the main role for making it. So this is how we shot it. Okay, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.